Salam, Chabibis. Welcome in. Welcome to this back-to-back stream today. Hi, Ophelia. Hi, Harry. Hi, Welle. Hi, Tom. Welcome. Look at this. Oh my god. 35 stream series for Tom and 60. I can't even speak. 60 stream streak series. Wow. That's wild. How long ago is that? Like 60 streams ago? Damn. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Let me properly say hi to you all. Hey. I hope you had a good day. Our temperatures were a bit lower today, so I could actually cool down, and it was actually a nicer day than yesterday. It also makes it easier to stream tonight, which was horrible yesterday, to be honest. But today's better. Robin, hi. Korenchkin, hi. Welcome in. Ich hätte dich hier rüber raiden können. Warte, kam gerade Raid? Nee, Moment, halt, stopp. Hast du bis eben noch gestreamt, Robin? Ich habe gesehen, dass du nochmal Witness angefangen hast und ich konnte nicht dabei sein. Frechheit. Jetzt muss ich das Wort gucken. Und kann keine snarky Emotes reinmachen. Damn. Falls ihr es noch nicht mitbekommen haben solltet, folgt hier einmal bitte rein, sofort. Robin, longtime Community Friend, hat jetzt auch angefangen zu streamen und spielt gerade The Witness. Come on. Gibt's noch bessere Gründe reinzufolgen? Ich glaube nicht. Folgt auf jeden Fall mal rein. Ich habe im ersten Stream ein bisschen zugeschaut und habe jetzt den zweiten leider verpasst. Muss ich im Bot nachholen. Hoffentlich diesmal hochwertigeres. Das fällt bei dem Spiel halt, wie gesagt, kaum auf. Das ist schon wild. Ich glaube, das liegt wirklich am Spiel auch. Das Spiel hat nicht so viel. Es ist ja mehr blocky und auch ein bisschen low poly. Und deswegen fällt das noch weniger auf, glaube ich. Die 22 Grad waren heute sehr angenehm. Im Büro war trotzdem viel zu warm. Oh shit, hat das Büro nicht runtergekühlt. Ich war heute draußen, das war angenehm. Und dann war ich im Heimbüro, wo ich morgens alles zugehangen hatte schon. Das Einzige, was heute genervt hat, ist meine Nase. Und tut es immer noch, wegen Allergie. Aber da muss ich durch. Ah nein, Korenchkin. Vielleicht solltest du auch mal mit Witness anfangen, damit du zuschauen kannst. Scheiße. Ich habe einen besseren Vorschlag, Korenchkin. Du fängst bald mit Streaming an und streamst das. Wär's damit? Wir brauchen mehr Puzzle-Streams. Wir brauchen mehr Streams, wo die guten Spiele gespielt werden. Ah, meine Nase. Es gibt gefühlt 1000 Stellen, an denen ich nicht weiterkomme. Das ist völlig normal. Das ist ja auch so angelegt. Das ist ja Open World und du kannst überall rumlaufen und hast dann aber irgendwie mehrere Stellen, wo du stuck bist. Hi Sis, welcome in. Hä, warum siehst du so fresh aus? Hör mal, ich war heute beim Berber. Ich war heute beim Dings, Friseur und Barbier. Dankeschön. War mal wieder nötig. Hält nur leider irgendwie nie so lang. Willkommen, Tom, ey. Dankeschön, Tom, Dankeschön. Ihr seid lieb. Ich habe das wärmste Büro im Gebäude. Nein, der hast. Ach, warum? Bist du so im Dachgeschoss oder so? Du hast wahrscheinlich viel Technik rumstehen, die eventuell auch läuft, oder? Kann das sein? Wie ein Glashaus. Scheiße. Ja. So, Sis, gibt's irgendwie, musst du nicht hier schreiben, aber gibt's jetzt Updates mal von dem Blutbad? Na gut. Ich bin enttäuscht. Was soll ich sagen? Es bleibt spannend. Ja, können wir, glaube ich, nicht hier bequatschen. Aber ich, ja. Nee, es ist was Privates. Äh, deswegen. Also sollten wir nicht hier bequatschen. Eher im Discord, wenn überhaupt. Ähm, ich habe nur 1,5 Laptops und 3 Monitore. Mein Gegenüber eine Mac Studio und 2 Monitore. So schlimm ist es eigentlich? Ist es nicht, was da an Abwärme rumkommt. Naja, ich merke halt 3 Monitore abends halt schon, wenn eh schon warm ist. Die Monitore machen echt die meiste Hitze tatsächlich bei mir. Der Raum wird dann durch die Sonne heiß. Okay. Einfach schlecht gelegen. Dafür im Winter arschkalt. Gut, dann müsst ihr dir im Winter einfach mehr Monitore anmachen. Einfach nochmal so 3 Monitore daneben stellen und anmachen. Die heizen dann. Nee, es geht nicht ums Spiel. Nee. Genau. Aber also wenn ich könnte, ne? Wenn ich könnte, würde ich im Sommer am liebsten nur Thin Clients benutzen und irgendwelche Monitortechnologie, die keine Abwärme produziert, damit ich einfach so maximal, also Thin Client ist auch quasi kein Rechner, auf dem groß was passiert, sondern das ist nur ein Empfangsgerät quasi für Dinge, die woanders passieren. Also Game Streaming zum Beispiel. So Nvidia Game Streaming zum Beispiel ist so eine Technologie, grob gesagt. Dann hast du quasi nicht zu Hause die Abwärme, weil dein Rechner nicht arbeitet, sondern irgendwo anders ein Server arbeitet. Am liebsten sowas im Sommer, weil ich kann einfach irgendwie im Sommer, ich weiß nicht, wie ich das aushalten soll mit dem Streaming. Ich habe jetzt schon die Lichter ausgelassen. Deswegen ist auch mein Gesicht so ein bisschen schattig. Warum flackert denn das so? Komisch. Weil einfach da nochmal ein bisschen paar Grad weniger sind. Oder halber Grad weniger. Aber genau. Welche Monitortechnologie? Wahrscheinlich OLED, ne? Macht am wenigsten Temperatur. Da fehlt halt wenigstens das Licht, das Backlight. Die Nase juckt. So. Today, we're about to head into the second part of House of Hikmah. We ended the game yesterday after about 3 missions. It's gonna be a day. Warum ist Today langgezogen immer so ein Triggerwort? Warum ist das so? Können wir dieses Lied nicht einfach aus unserem kollektiven Gedächtnis mal streichen? Ich muss immer an so Leute denken. Also, das ist ja irgendwann ein Meme geworden. I'm gonna throw back to you. Ja, es ist ja schon ein Meme geworden, aber ich muss wirklich ernsthaft an Leute denken, die wirklich mit ihrer Gitarre, Akustikgitarre auf Partys aufgetaucht sind und dann sowas auch spielen wollten. I'm sorry. Ist okay. Ist nicht so schlimm. Ich übertreibe. Nein, Anki. Gleich Timeout. Kommt rein damit. Steht doch in den Chatregeln. Erst Hi sagen. Jetzt fängt das auch noch an, hier so zu eskalieren. Hi, welcome in. Ich hoffe, dir geht's einen Ticken besser mittlerweile. Hoffentlich. Und ja, Korenschkin, ich hoffe, du konntest dich gut erholen von allem. Hast noch ein bisschen Schlaf nachgeholt. Ich werde gleich mal in die Küche springen. Ich hole mal den Chai. Der müsste jetzt mittlerweile fertig sein. Dann nehme ich 1, 2, 3 Schluck und dann springen wir ins Spiel rein. Bin gleich wieder da. So, heute war besser, aber noch etwas Schonkost. Okay. Aber besser ist immer gut, weil das heißt, eine Tendenz ist da und das heißt, die Heilung setzt fort. Das mache ich auch immer so viel. Ja, irgendwann sage ich nur noch mal Hi in die Runde, weil man kann nicht alle einzeln grüßen. Das ist, glaube ich, völlig fein. Ah, okay. So, ach so, ich habe gesagt, ich habe meinen Plan ausgesprochen und ich führe ihn nicht aus. Ich wollte erst 2, 3 Schluck trinken und dann gehen wir rein. Oh, ist heiß. Ist zu heiß. Und morgen, so tomorrow, we'll start actually pretty early at 6:30. I'll go live so that we can start watching at 7 the Thinky Direct game show. Very excited about that one. It's just gonna be chill. I'm probably not gonna be commenting on it too much. Usually I only do these things just basically passively watching, chatting with you in chat. And so yeah, that's gonna be tomorrow. But tomorrow is also gonna be a hotter day again, as far as I know. Let's see. And after that, we will continue with Silk Song. Let's go. That one day you start earlier, I might not be available. Shit. Yeah, it's. I mean, it's like in the middle of the workday still for me, almost. Like I stop working at 6, but I usually take 2 to 3 hours of like chill time after work, eating, napping, and all that. So I have to skip that tomorrow. So that's not going to be too often, unfortunately. Hope not to miss too much. Maybe I can join on mobile on my way home. Yeah, you can try that. I don't think you will miss too much because I'm just gonna let the thing play, and that thing will be on YouTube anyway. I think maybe afterwards I'll pick out my highlights of puzzle games and put them in Discord, as you can also do, all of you. Like if you have any highlights that you picked from there, put them in the stream talk or video games. Yeah. Friday is hot again. Okay, let me check how, because Berlin sometimes is a little bit off to the rest. You're right. Yeah, tomorrow is also pretty cool. Oh, that's lovely. And it seems like they're correcting it down. So next week it's only going to be 24 max. A lot of rain. Yep, it's going to be wind and rainy. Fucking windy. Yeah, it is more fun, of course, yeah. Yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow. And then Silk Song. I don't know how long the game like Hikmah will take. I mean, if we're finished with it early today, I might hop into Silk Song for an hour or so, but maybe not. Probably not. Judging by the clock right now, it's already half past. I don't think there will be time. Unless we are almost done with Hikmah, which could be, but I don't know. It's just that your streams returning meant I have messed up my sleep again. Oh no, quite a bit. So technically an earlier start would be really suitable for me. I understand. For me, it's exactly the other way around. Not sleep sleep wise technically, but it's more like starting streams earlier. I used to start streams around 8 or 8:30. Sometimes I make 8:30, but it rarely works for me. That just clashes with what I just said before. It just clashes with my work schedule, and I think it will get worse in the future when I should I start actually bigger projects again. then actually the stream time will probably even get later. Which also means, I don't know, I have to pick shorter games and do shorter sessions in the end. But I'm sorry that I contributed to messing up the sleep schedule. That is not the intention. But yeah, in Berlin we always have our share of continental climate. Last year it had the second most days of sun after Freiburg. I did not know that. We'll have to get back to more slurking on my phone on my way to bed and then watch the VOD the next day. Okay, yeah. I actually was very happy to be sick last week so I could catch a lot of the late streams. Now with work, it's more difficult. Yeah. Shit. I understand. But I really do enjoy that you are, like Anki, when you are catching up with the Silksong streams, the fact that you do that on YouTube is really cool because then you can comment on certain timestamps after the fact, which is something you can't do on a Twitch VOD, which is really cool. I didn't think about it that way before. Like you can actually like timestamp comment on things, which is really, really cool. So that is another benefit of having the multi-stream setup. So you have the VODs going on YouTube and people can actually like... I also think the YouTube apps quite often are better on different devices than Twitch. Yeah, that's really cool. Hi Val, welcome in, welcome in. Good to see you. It is what it is. I just hope I will always be able to be here for a little bit. That's nice. It has always been a little bit of a struggle for me with the times because I would say roughly, I guess 2/3 of my community has a different sleep schedule than me. So I used to have this problem when I would run longer streams, 5 to 6 hours, a couple of times a week. It would always be the case that people would go to bed around 11, 10, 11-ish. And then I would be basically almost alone because everyone would go to sleep. And then I would have like 2 or 3 night owls left. So it would be very, very cozy and empty. So I tried different strategies around that, like splitting the first half of the stream, making that more story focused, and then later on going on over to a night shift, which already implies it's going to be more cozy and more quiet. But now, since I started streaming later, it's basically more or less the same time slot because I already start late. And then additionally, since I started doing more English streams, we have much more people from different time zones, which I really, really do welcome and I really do like. And yeah, so time became more of a flexible thing. Time is flexible. You heard it here first, folks. Yes, I started watching on Twitch, but I think it's also easier to watch it on YouTube. That's really cool. Cool to hear because that's a good side effect. I don't have viewers. Thanks, Vele, for the chat over there. I don't have viewers at the moment on the Red platform. But yeah, the fact that the VODs are there and they're there forever, right? They get deleted here. And yes, commenting is cool. Calm my backseat urge. Also for the algorithm, that's true. That's also good. Like you see, like the synergies are adding up there, which is cool. I just wish we had a third platform as well, maybe a fourth. And I'm not thinking Kick is one of them. I think TikTok is interesting, but also too different for my taste at the moment. Because of the vertical stream, but also the culture is different. I would love us to have more independent options. And I saw that people are starting to work on things, especially around in the AT Proto or AT Proto world. So basically the protocol underlying Blue Sky. People are doing things in the Fediverse with Activity, Pub. And yeah, I just wish we had more of these and viable streaming solutions. That is a good plan. I know there are a few night owls here. Yeah. I mean, I used to be one myself. Yeah, and I think always it's never stable. It changes. Like I know people that used to be night owls and are not anymore. You know who you are. And I know, yeah, and the other way around. People, it just changes. And I'm also not that much of a night owl anymore. Basically, I'm always tired. It doesn't really matter. But I tend to start later because it just works better with my work day. Or at least the rest I need after one. All right, so I'm gonna take out these headphones because they really make me feel like I have a cold when I talk. And we'll switch over to the game. Devil Circle. I think it's called Vicious Circle, but it might be something. No, I think it's a Vicious Circle, yeah. Vicious Circle streaming on smaller niche platforms does not reach out to everyone, but the big ones are not supportable actually, but so good for connecting. That's always the problem with social media in any sense, I think. But I still have hopes, and I do believe that the future is decentralized and federated. And these days in my philosophy, that applies to almost everything. I think federation is a helpful concept to make things work in a heterogeneous world, you know. I wish I could still be a night owl. Unfortunately, my body prefers earlier sleep. No, that's a conflict, and I understand. It's yeah, I understand. And I can tell you, getting older does not help with a lot of things where you say exactly that. Like, I actually want this, but my body speaks a different language. That always gets difficult, you know. Hi, Michaela. Welcome in. First time chatter. Welcome. Nice to have you. All right, peeps. Let's head into the game, I would say. Okay, how's my sound level here? It sounds weird. I have to fix that. Yeah. Sounds better, I think. Yeah. All right. It's like, I don't know, there's these I sometimes get annoyed when a big game comes out that you can't escape its advertisement anywhere, and it seems to be that game of the day is this new James Bond game. I really don't give any fucks about that game, but apparently it's everywhere. I mean, I'm a big sucker for graphics and stuff, and I guess for certain folks this is relevant because of that. But I really don't care. I don't want to get advertisement for that. And also, have you ever, I guess probably, but have you ever lately ever wondered why is it that we all came collectively except that Steam always gives you a ad pop up when you open it? Like, I know that this has been around for decades. And I also know that the first thing I always do is like click close. But why did that never change? God damn it. Never heard of until now. Yeah, maybe it's my YouTube timeline because I watched like graphics stuff sometimes. I like the Hitman games. Oh yeah, oh yeah, I see the connection. This is by IO Interactive, isn't it? Yeah, it says here. Ah, okay. But I mean, I can see the appeal of Hitman games. I actually do like the latest installments, like kind of open world-ish designs. Not open world, but you know what I mean, like big maps. I never played it, but I especially like watching people play the Berlin Techno Club mission in one of the later games because it's so well researched. It looks very much Berlin. Um, and I think they're doing a great job with the level architecture and all that. So it's a wild map, right? Yeah, I really do enjoy watching that, and I can see the appeal of the Hitman games a lot. I don't play them because I feel they're overwhelming me because too many options. But yeah, so now they made a third person action game, I guess. Interesting. Well, not really interesting, but there we go. Wait, where's the game? Oh, why is it uncategorized? Should be here. We do? I never noticed. Yeah, I mean, if I close Steam now, it will do the same, right? Don't you have the advertisement? I don't get the message when I start Steam. Is it once per day? Oh, it might be. Maybe I'm not opening Steam too often. It might be once a day. Okay. I'll take it back a little bit. I thought it's every time you open it. That Stompy Rally House Never Grows Old. Yeah, I love the Rally House genre. It's possible, yeah. More generally, some of them even seem partially relevant to me. So you're saying that is kind of a positive? It's an ad probably mostly for people who rarely open a shop so they can point things out. I also find them annoying, but also sometimes find interesting things there. Okay, interesting, because I never do. So I guess then my experience is completely different in that regard. That I might have missed otherwise. Would still not mind being able to disable that. Yeah, I mean, if there would be a setting, it would be nice. I don't think there is one. Once a day seems right as well. Okay. Wait, is No Man's Sky copying? Okay, sorry, I'm all over the place today. I don't know what's wrong. It seems like by this screenshot that No Man's Sky is kind of copying Elite Dangerous a little bit. Like the aliens in Elite Dangerous kind of look like this. Wild. I sometimes leave them in the background if I want to look at something later. Okay. I'm happy when they don't interest me, so I can just close them. I hate when I get interested in something and feel the need to look at them. Yeah. I mean, there's people who are generally against unconsensual advertisement. generally, but like by default, no one should get advertisement. And I kind of okay. I think there's two sides to it, but I don't want to get into it too much. Because I can see how from a developer's perspective it's important. Of course, I understand that. But also as a consumer, I would like to have choice. And especially for someone with ADHD and other things, it would be a nice option to disable it. Even like just give people the option. That would be nice. Steam settings, there is? Wait, you're telling me things that sound mystical. Steam settings interface. Notify me about additions or changes. Is that the one? Oh my god. It's good that I just randomly complain about it, apparently not knowing shit, and then you tell me how to disable it. That's cool. Thank you. Let's try that then. There are also days without. I think it's only for special occasions like new games and sales. Okay, in my experience, it's almost every time I open it, but also I don't open Steam daily, so probably that's the reason. I skip through the discounts before closing, but in general, I have all on the wish list and get emails when it's cheaper. Yeah. To be fair, Steam is a storefront. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think exactly plus. So welcome in. I think it's just cool to have an option, and apparently they have an option, so it's cool. Steam did not so great in the past, and I think they still don't with accessibility in general, which is pretty horse shit. But I think they've improved quite a bit, but not enough. But this is one of the things that is good to have an option for. Yeah, I will wait and see, Korenchkin, if that works. 20-minute rant, although you can turn it off easily. That's me. Look at me being uninformed. Options to the people. Yes. I do usually check the settings and mostly turn off notifications and such, but I don't recall seeing that one. They might have introduced it at some point, so I don't know. Yeah, let's find out if it's the thing. Cool. Okay. Without further ado, because I took so much time already, let's get into the game. And let me finish my chai, because I didn't really. Everybody hydrate. Thanks for the hydrate. So I think we finished the mission with Ismail Ibn... I forgot the last name. We just talked about it in Discord, in the games forum. No, it's Ismail al-Jazari, who's considered the father of robotics, as Vela pointed out. Apparently he used to build a lot of automatons with different figurines in there that were doing things and stuff. And playing instruments and all that, and clock devices. Yes, Jazari, thank you, Michaela, thank you. Game is loud? I mean, we have it on the level that we had it yesterday, Velis, so I think it's just the menu. Let's get into the game. Why does it say new journey? Wait. Oh, there's an autosave. I have to actually manually load. I was scared for a second. Can I load? Ah, load. Not so far. Yeah, I think the menu music was a bit louder. His whole level and his arm was based on his elephant clock design. Oh, I heard about the elephant clock thing. Let me actually check that out quickly. Elephant clock. Oh, that's the image, yeah. We saw that image, we had that in the Discord. And that's a reproduction. I see. I think I probably have seen this before, but I don't quite remember. Right, it's in the article. No, it's actually a separate article, but if you look for Al-Jazari, you will find it as well. All right, cool. Thanks for that info. All right, the wind turns. Return to the atrium. Well, I think I have had this dialogue before, but it didn't save. Let me check.
أهلا بعودتك مايا.
I think.
ألم يعد المعلم الجزري معك؟
Yeah, did Muallim Al-Jazari not return with you?
قال إنه في طريقه إلينا، كان مفرغه معطلا.
I think we had that.
لقد أصلحت آلة يترب.
لما كانت الآن؟
إنه ذلك الظل أظن أنه
هذا
نعم، قال
إن الاضطرابات فابن الهيثم يعمل في مكان قريب جدا.
يمكنك الوثوق.
إنما
Now she's like, you can't do this, and we're like, but we proved ourselves. Why not?
إذا أبقى
هناك طرق.
لكن هذا
ومع
معلم.
يا مايا الحكمة تكمن.
ولكن
كلمتي هلم بنا.
Okay, so that part is in the first VOD, which also will be uploaded to YouTube. So don't need a second recording of that, and also not a second kind of mid try for me to read out names and stuff. Knopsy, welcome in Raiders. We just started with the game. Welcome in. Dankeschön für den Raid. Hallo, Liebe von Knopsy, Liebe zurück. Hi Einhorn, nice to see you. I did actually listen until the end of my phone last night, but I didn't watch. I think I at least got the whole Dark Cloud Shadow situation. Yeah, it's the Guild Memories, I think. I mean Love from Knopsy? Ach so, du kannst auch Liebe von Knopsy schreiben. Geht doch beides. Redhead, hello, Dankeschön für die Liebe und fürs Mitraiden. Welcome in, welcome in. And hi Joe, welcome, welcome. Just got a legume jump scare because I forgot I had your stream running silently and just put... Oh no! I'm sorry, Joe. I'm sorry. Stream running silently and just put in my earbuds, connect to my phone and start playing a lovely voice in my ear. You're being too kind. Perfect timing, Knopsy. Hi. I'm so tired. How was your stream? Was it tiring? Did you have a good stream though? What did you play? And then I'll leave you go. I'll let you go if you want to take your after stream care. Yeah. Let us know what you have been streaming. And welcome in everybody. Oh god, yeah. Escape Simulator is a multiplayer escape room game, which can be very tiring. Yep. I do remember games like that. Let me give you a quick shout out here. It's Knops1. Knopsy is a wonderful human being. We met her twice. I think by now it's twice. Also in real life. They're streaming oftentimes community, like multiplayer games with people together, but also smaller indie titles like Cult of the Lamb and tons more. So go check them out and leave a follow if you like it. Yeah, the brain is done. I understand. Let your brain rest and Let me carry your community for the next 2 to 3 hours if they like to stay. And yeah, we're playing a puzzle game as well, with a story set in the golden age of, or the Islamic golden age. We're getting to know a lot of scientists from that era, and a little story about a girl named Maya who lost her dad, and now she's getting to know all the scientists that knew her dad, and basically, yeah, we're exploring the story and puzzling at the same time. And it's really, really, really nice, art-wise and vibe-wise. Like it's just so beautiful. Thank you, Knopsy. Thanks for the raid. Thank you everybody who has raided over with. You can also anytime, you könnt jederzeit Deutsch sprechen oder Englisch. Es gibt beides. Wir mixen und matchen. Je nachdem, wie es passt. Der Default ist jetzt momentan auf Englisch, aber ihr könnt auch jederzeit Deutsch chatten. Thank you for playing our game. Wait, are you saying you're part of the developers, Michaela? That would be cool. Are you from the dev team? You are the art director? Okay, let me tell you again, the art is beautiful in this game. Okay, I feel I'm a bit nervous now because I feel like we have like high guests in chat. Thank you so much for making this game. And it's like I said it yesterday already, like I think the thing that sold me immediately about this game is the art. So good job. Everybody, please put a good job in chat. Good job. That's cool. And Aisha, welcome in. Salam. Welcome. And yeah, yeah, I only know the Turkish term I said, but it's Eid al-Adha, I guess. To you too. Yeah, the art is lovely, isn't it? If I think of any fun facts, I'll let you know. That's cool. I mean, don't feel obliged to hang around, but we do appreciate it. I think I realized yesterday that I was expecting a little bit more in-game explanation about things. So I was probably missing out on a few things. So together in our Discord today, we actually compiled a few links of the people we've met so far. So we can actually read a little bit of background information, because we actually, yeah, we are not too, at least I don't want to speak for everyone. I'm not like a history buff on that era. I only played Assassin's Creed Mirage, which already gave me like little tidbits and like little facts about the era, but yeah, that's about it. And I'm always curious to listen to a little bit of Arabic anyway. My first fun fact is that the design on Ibn Sina's outfit are based on his actual drawings of human anatomy from 1,000 years ago. So this is Ibn Sina. Oh, he has like a spine, right? That's like a spine on his like robe. Oh, so this is, and there's, oh, that's the shoulder and the rib cage and the arm. I see that now. I didn't pick that up before. Yeah, it's the arm and the bone and everything. Oh, okay. Cool. He's a big fella. He's built different. That's really cool. Yeah, I also didn't notice. I think I saw like some drawings, but I didn't pay attention too much. I was so occupied with the language. Oh yeah, cool. Okay, so let's get into the game proper. Nice. I wonder if they will play a certain role at some point in the game. It's quite interesting. And please excuse any sirens in the background. I have the windows open because they need to be open because of heat, or at least it's warm. And it tends to get a bit loud here.
ابن الهيثم؟ أيها المعلم؟ عجبا، عادة ما يحييني العلماء. حسنا، قال عمر إني سأحتاج إلى الملاحة.
So she said she was calling out the name Ibn al-Haytham and is wondering why they're not being greeted, because usually the muallims are greeting, but apparently nobody's here. Wow, the sun looks awesome.
أنت هناك أيها المعلم؟ حان الوقت لأطرق باب القصر.
I'm the knock on a palace door. Yeah, it's a bit far off though. The sun looks almost like a like in a sci-fi movie, like a planet. Very shiny though. Okay. All right. It's actually Arabic. Yeah, it's actually Arabic. Oops, that was too close to the smoke. So the game has a proper voice track for Arabic and a proper voice track for English. Like they voiced it in 2 languages. We're playing it in the Arabic original language and English subtitles. Which usually they're bigger, but with like smaller dialogues, they're very small on the top. I guess this will turn. Oh.
في البحر تتبع النجوم، وفي الصحراء اتبع الضوء.
Okay. Well, really, I didn't recognize. I mean, we only heard like 2 sentences so far, which is not that much if you're not a native. Oh.
عاصفة رملية. هذا الخطر العظيم في أعماق العالم الغامض.
You're too late. He's gone. Say the whispers.
أيها المعلم، هذا أنت؟
Mualim, is that you? I don't think so. It's interesting that the fog now had a different color, right? Because these are more like black purplish. This one was red. I wonder if it's like different emotions or different like psychological things.
يا لذكائك مايا، تصرخين في وجه الطقس.
Brilliant Maya, yelling at the weather. So maybe like I'm thinking maybe the purple ones are like guilt and this one is more anxiety or angst, something like that. Right, we gotta play with the lasers now. Hello Kixi, hello. Welcome in. Good that I don't play this language daily. But you do? No, you don't, right? I think you skipped that one. Is that possible? Maybe? Okay, can I turn it again? Can I? Oh wait. The wall is transmutable. Oh, that would be interesting to know better, actually, yeah. Like, what kind of Arabic they're speaking. I couldn't tell. It sounds different than the one in Assassin's Creed. But also, I feel like in Assassin's Creed they had different dialects. It felt to me at times that they had different dialects in that. Yeah, but I wouldn't know. You just do the flags in the cities sometimes. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I need it to be reflected. Of course. We make it metal, it reflects. That was close.
زجاج، إنه يحرف الضوء.
Glass. It's bending light. Okay, so the third material we're we're about to learn is glass. So we have clay, or basically we start with ether, which is basically transparent and it doesn't weigh anything. Then we have clay, which is a light material. Then we have metal, which is a heavy material. But now we also learned the reflectiveness of it. And now we're getting glass, which refracts, I guess. We have the game voiced in modern standard Arabic. Oh, so you're saying it's Fusha? So that probably is more the scholarly religious Arabic, right? Maybe? Okay, so this one refracts, but we don't have the glass ability. What we can do is make it metal. So it reflects. We make that metal too. And make that metal too. And then it goes here.
كنت أشتاق لصحبة ابن حيان ونوبات غضبه. كيف تجرؤ على تجاوز كل دفاعاتي؟ شكرا أيها المعلم، أنا أبذل جهدي.
She's missing the previous muallim and now is like mimicking the dialogue from before. Okay, so this one went down. Now we have to... What if I just make this transparent? That activates this one. Cool. And, well, that's the only direction it comes from. Let's make it metal again. Let's... Is there something behind? Maybe here? Interesting. Alright. So there's no trick that I have to discover something behind the walls. We have to activate this one. So if I stand here, it's probably gonna come from over there. Right? If it comes from over here, it's probably from here. Oh, so this is... yeah, okay. Make this transparent, I guess. Let it go through. Oh, it needs to be glass. Wait. Okay, now I'm confused. It was like this before. I didn't realize. Okay. The light was already going here. Now let's make this metal. This one goes here. Oh, this is the one. Okay, perfect. I got it. I was supposed to do that one first, I think, and I didn't realize.
حقا عاصفة أخرى. يمكنك بناء أي شيء في عالمك هذا وتختار العواصف الرملية.
ستفشلين كما تفعلين دائما.
You'll fail, like you always do. I think this is probably the self-doubt and anxiety thing. The look and feel of this, especially because it's also a little bit how do you say weichzeichnen? Softened, like the image is a bit softened, I think, and a little bit hazy and glowy. It somehow reminds me, but I'm not sure, I think it might be coincidence, of Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. Very old game. It had a similar look, I think, from memory, but I'm not sure if I'm just confusing things. Okay, so this one, make it metal. No, make it glass. We can't make it glass. Oh, the metal already worked. Nice. That's reflected. That means, I guess we can go up here. Ah. No, that's another ah.
لم يسبق لي أن خفت المرتفعات من قبل. لما انتابني فجأة هذا الذعر من النظر للأسفل؟
I've never been afraid of heights before. Why am I scared now? Yeah, it's anxiety. It's I think that's the name of the game here right now.
معلم ابن الهيثم، ألا تسمعني حقا؟ تبعت الضوء دون تفكير نحو طريق مسدود آخر. أين القصر؟ هل أوقعت نفسي في فخ وتهت تماما؟ أوه، ما كان هذا ليحدث مع بابا.
Still not responding. Did we get lost? This would have never happened to our Baba, she says. But he got lost, right? And then died. Not trying to pick an argument here, but like, don't play yourself down, girl. Okay, we gotta run down there somehow, maybe this way. I see button, I press button.
أحسنتِ مايا.
Well done.
لقد فتحتِ بابا آخر يؤدي إلى العدم.
Okay, that's a sarcastic one. Well done, we opened another door to nowhere. Yeah, but I can change the material here, no? It looks metal, but it doesn't have the patterns on it, so that's why she was commenting, maybe. Only slightly reddish button. Okay, to press it. True. I mean, yeah, I would even press a red button in a game. Isn't there like a game that just revolves around one button? It's like the button game, or this is not a button, or this is not a game, or something like that. And then there's a button and you have to press the button or not press the button depending on the rules they give you. And then it gets complicated. So there's a whole game around it, I think. Oh. So do I need it to refract or reflect? I guess reflect. And this one? I mean, where do we have to actually reach? Let's check that by going down first. There's something here. Wow, I can turn all these things. Okay, there must be an ultimate goal. I guess this one needs to send, and this one needs to receive. Anything else down here? No. Okay, so I mean, the first thing I can do is basically what I've already done. This thing reflects because it needs to reflect, otherwise it just goes through to the wall and then it's ended. So this one probably needs to refract. So it goes up here. Seems like there's something over there. Looks like a big drum on that pillar. Oh, really? Oh, that thing. It looks like a... Yeah, it looks like a tawla or... No. I know what you mean, yeah. It looks like a drum. But it's a laser. I can inform you positively. You're mistaken. It's a laser. That's how lasers look. Yeah, there's different kinds of things. I was thinking of a flatter one, maybe. But I forgot the name of it. But yeah, bongo-like. Yeah. Yes, that bongo. This one has to go... Okay, so if it refracts, it goes here. This one just has to go higher up. And I think to make it go higher up, we have to use that thing over there. Now the question becomes, how do I reach that? If this is closed, I guess we have to do something else before, which probably means I have to reach that first. Oh, we can turn two here. I didn't see that. Oh, okay, sure. There we go. I'll just go all the way because I feel like maybe I can't do anything wrong with it. And then I'll go and turn it down. Turn it around again. Oh, it snapped. Like it snaps into place. So this is right angled. That's cool actually, because it gives you a little bit less of room for error. I mean more room for error, or you know what I mean. Nice job, thank you. I'm trying my best. We do enjoy puzzle games here. Like we do play quite the heavy puzzle games from time to time. I like to team up with people sometimes, with specifically my siblings. But yeah, no buts. But I had quite a challenging time with the Al-Jazari one. With the winds. That was the one, right? I think. So it took me a while to figure it out properly. And I do enjoy that kind of like challenge. Okay, so we made this happen. So what am I trying to achieve now? We want to get this one lit up. So this one goes down to the block. Now we just turn the block. Oh. Ah, okay. Wait a sec. There's no way to reach it directly for now, but... Do I have to change this one again to metal or something? But Where does the light originate again? Like, where does it originate from again? I'm confused. Was it? Was it? Where was it again? So I did this initially, so it comes from up there. Okay, it comes from the different area, that's how. Alright, so there's no way around this. We have to keep this metal and reflective. Otherwise, yeah, dead end. I don't have much space here to like do things differently. It's just one way. It hits the block in the middle. The block in the middle can maybe be turned in a way that automatically hits the laser thingy. Like if we do this. Nah. Yeah, the way it reflects back on the left side, it doesn't help with anything. So it needs to be not metal. Let's look at it again now. What if we... No, this one doesn't go downwards, so it doesn't hit the block on the bottom. It does hit this one. What if we do this one? Oh, this is glass? Let's make that metal. Oh, now it's glass, which doesn't help. Let's stay this way. I guess I have to... Wait, I have to lower it again because the door stayed open. Yeah, maybe. Let's see. Doesn't feel right though, but I need to try. So we need to be able to hit this one as the last step so it reaches that. Don't know how that works. Yet. Wait. Why can't I close the door? Is there a reason for this? Okay, I think I was mistaken about this, so maybe let's not put it completely high. Maybe it makes a difference, but I don't think it does. Oh, that was too high of a jump. What I was confused by, because I thought this would just be straightforward, is that this one does not snap in a way that it hits the thing. Oh, is it supposed to go back to the middle? But then it would have to snap. Or does it have to hit the other one again? Also, no. What if it hits this one? It can't. What if I turn it completely around? Uh-oh. Ah. It seems to hit it, like, only temporarily. I'll keep it like this for now, and then we'll try again. Also, it's gotten a bit dark here now. I think by now I can turn on the lights. Makes it also a bit more less sleepy for me. Maybe my brain activates. Okay, so this one I wanted to now turn. I think I'm missing some, probably some button or gear to turn. Yeah, it goes up there. Can I actually shift that thing downwards? Because it needs to go downwards, right? Wait, can I do something about the material here? No. Alright, again, from the beginning. This one up here can't be anything else than metal because the beam would just end, right? Yeah, it does. What if I use clay? Does that make any sense? No, right? What if I... Oops. Nah, stop. You can do it. Thank you. I'll try. But also might actually have to fill up my tea in a sec. Does this actually make any sort of difference if I like... It doesn't. I'll do some wild jumping here. Excuse. There we go. But this one goes... Oh, can the first one be moved? Yeah. Sorry, I only read that now, Kixie. Yes, but only a little bit. And if you move it just a tiny bit away from the edge, the original beam just dies. So we have to have this one be here and be metal. And then reflect. Wait, what if it reflects? What if it goes through the middle one? So I made it metal, which just means the beam goes underneath and doesn't help. Let's make this transparent. Then the beam just goes down there, which doesn't help. Right? It's just hitting the stone. So we have two options in the middle, having it metal or glass, like reflect or refract. And then the second parameter is that we can actually turn it. And now it's metal, so it's actually reflecting. There's not much like angle we can actually leverage, because it hits it in such an angle that all of these beams just go to nowhere. So it needs to be not metal. So now it's glass. Wait, is this already the direction? No, it's going up. Okay. Okay. So now it reaches the upper one, which is, yeah. Wait. Just a second. Does the angle of how it hits it change if that height moves? I'm not good with like geometry visualization. So if I change the height of this one, no, of course not. It's just like if it hits the thing, it just reflects in the same angle. And if it goes through, it just ends. If it's glass, it will also just go through and end somewhere in the middle, somewhere in the nowhere. So this is the only way to make it go down. Uh-oh, I think this is a dead jump. No. And now this. I'm just repeating everything I've done so far, so I'm weirdly out of ideas right now. If you could change the angle, it would make a difference, but not if you move it parallel. Yes, yes. So I was just trying to like throw away all my assumptions. I was thinking the same before, but I was like, you know, when you're stuck, throw away the assumptions and start over. Didn't help. How would I make it so that the thing turns not snappy, but instead a little bit more fluid? If you need a hint, I'm around. That's very nice of you. I might come back to it in a second. I just want to voice one more thing. So I explored all the I think I explored all the levers and angle options and material options I have. Maybe I forgot someone, but I think I've explored all of those. So what I'm thinking is maybe it's one of those things again, instances where I have to think a little bit outside of the box with something creative. Like maybe I can... Yeah, maybe there's a way, like there's a loose stone here that makes the thing drop a little bit like it was before with the lanterns. Or something else. This puzzle always drove me mad. Okay, that's good to know. That's actually relieving a little bit. I feel like I should have solved it by now, but yeah, sometimes community knows. We sometimes take longer. There's certain clips of certain games where we actually took a couple of streams to solve a puzzle that I saw other people solve within 5 minutes. I'm just saying clock puzzles. But I feel like there must be something that I haven't seen that we can do. There's glass. That's metal. Okay. Here's the deal. I'll take 1 minute to quickly jump into the kitchen, as did Welle just now, but also jump into the kitchen to grab myself a new glass of chai. And then I'll think about it another 2 minutes, and then I might take a hint. So I'll just leave you quickly without any ad breaks or something. I'll be right back. The clock drove us all mad. Yeah, that was something very iconic in a kind of cringe way. Okay, so it's actually gotten a bit chillier now. I actually need to put on socks. Okay, cozy. I'll do a little bit of staring at the screen, you know, how things go. The thing is, I was wondering a little bit why the column thing with the laser on it, or the receiving whatever, why it's shimmering. And I think it just meant to show us that we have to lead the laser there. But also maybe it means that we can turn it or do something with it. Which might be the thing that I'm missing. But also, yeah, it seems that I actually might need... Oh, would you look at that? This... Wait. Hold up a second. Why is there a laser in here? Doesn't mean much. Maybe it will shoot out from there once we get it done. So we can actually, yeah, it's gonna aim through the door. There's a wall there we have to unlock, and then it aims even further. Okay, I think I might be out of ideas, so I think it would be time for a little nudge or a hint. I would be happy about that. If nudges are available. Of course. Let's see. Did I actually go up again once more? I forgot about that. The last box on the ground that you were spinning is slanted for more angles. So you mean this one, right? That one. Okay. What's that noise? You hear that noise? What's it do? Nah, okay. Maybe? Nah. It's kind of like it's kind of like a clock. No. It's slanted for more angles. But I can only, I mean, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, wait, because it's... Oh, of course. I think I know what it is. Yeah, because the thing is tilted, right? So if I turn it, the outward reflecting angle will change. Right? Like if it's slanted, if it's tilted like this, then the angle changes, of course. Oh my god, that was a... Yeah. I think that might be... Like, let's not celebrate too early, but the idea is already, I think, interesting enough. So, the problem though is, this is now being hit from the top. And it needs to be metal because we need it to reflect back to the thing, so... Let's try. But also... Glass is also refractive, but yeah. But would it go from there back to there with glass? It's hard to imagine that to happen for me at the moment, but we'll try with glass. I mean... I'll try everything by now. Oh my god. Okay. Wow.
حقا أكان ذلك هو الحل؟
There we go. Yeah, that also was I guess harder to realize than I would like it to be. But thanks for the hinting here. I mean, this is pretty clever. And I think that's just on me that I didn't realize that the rotation of the thing would change the tilt angle and thus would change the direction of things. What I fail to visualize, just because my brain is not able to do that, is like how glass would refract it. I would just be like trying it, which I did in the end. So that would be a trial and error thing. The first part about like having the angle change when you rotate it, of course, that was a miss, I would say, on my part. Dachte kurz, es wäre Watch all over again, als du dreimal gehupft bist. Oh nein! Please don't. Let's not repeat that, I mean. The watch, no. There we go. Thank you for the hinting. Okay, that took too long. I should have done this earlier. But anyway, we got the laser in here. The laser goes in there. Now we have wind. Wind carries us. We have to drop at some point, I guess. Right. No, not here. Or maybe we do. Oh, wait. Let's make this transparent. Perfect. Now it goes there. Let's do that again. Yeah, now we can drop. Nice. Okay. So we have the metal reflects here. Now we have this one. This one needs to go there. This should be simple, I think. Let's make this metal and reflect it like this. Ooh, that's cool. Architecture shifts. Now the laser's over there. We will probably jump into the stream below us. Just trust the process and then, yeah, no, don't trust my process. Chat, please don't trust my process in general. In order to get up, there's the stairs. When the developer says it's a tough riddle, it's okay to take time. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that was a little bit of a tricky one there. So we can probably reach this? Yeah. Awesome. I got so fed up with that puzzle, I skipped it entirely, much to the unhappiness of our QA team. Oh. Yeah, I would say probably the one that took us the most time so far. But yeah, I would be curious to know how big of a dev team in general you are, like everyone included, like the designers, devs, QA. I guess I assume you're a smaller studio, but I actually don't know. So we do reflect here, reflect there. This leads the laser up here. What did that do? Oh, nice. Yeah, but I can't get through there. Does it have to be hit several times? It's already yellow. Oh, we just go up here. Okay. Oh, nice. 9 in total. Okay, cool.
يا إلهي، هذا عدد كبير من الحراس.
Whoa, that's a lot of guards.
تحية طيبة أيها الجندي. هل تحرس شيئا من الخارج أم تحبس أحدا في الداخل؟
Greetings, soldier. Are you keeping something out or locking someone in?
ربما قضيت وقتا طويلا بمفردي هنا.
Maybe I've been alone out here a little too long. But it fluctuates depending on what part of the development we are at. That includes folks like social media and things. Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. Like you probably need more people towards the end with all the marketing stuff. And yeah, that can fluctuate, I guess. I'm not in game dev. I'm a software dev generally by trade. But I never worked in game dev, so I actually don't know how it works internally, but I can imagine that can be very different. Yes, this game is out. Yeah. Came out last year, I think, or maybe the beginning of this one. Pretty recent. Oh, nice. Space soldiers. Look, they have space in them.
هذا الخصم أقوى مني قبل.
Too weak to follow. Too cowardly to save him. Oh my god, that's so fucking pretty. Reach Baba. The silence answers. Oh, last month only? Wait, I had like a little bit of an issue with my Twitch. So I was off for a while, so maybe time perspective shifted for me. Because I had the game on my radar and I was itching to play it. And yeah, maybe I lost track of time a little bit there. That's wild. And thank you for the follow. I think this is a dream state where we will reach our dad again. Our dad died in the beginning of the game. Oh, that's his body.
انتظروا. إلى أين تأخذونه؟
Wait, why are you taking him?
إلى حيث تدفن كل الأفكار غير المكتملة.
To where all unfinished thoughts are buried.
إلى الجزء الهادئ من العقل.
To the quiet part of the mind.
إلى حيث رفضت الذهاب.
To where you refuse to go.
أنا لم أرفض. أنا في هذه الصحراء. وهذا أعمق ما وصلت إليه.
I didn't refuse. I'm in this desert. This is the deepest I've been.
ليس عميقا بما يكفي. أنت تلامسين السطح وتسمين ذلك شجاعة.
Not deep enough. You skim the surface and call it courage. Baba, wake up!
لا يمكنه سماعك.
He can't hear you.
هل يوجد لحن دون آذان؟
Does a melody exist without ears? Listen.
أنا لا أفهم.
I don't understand.
عليك بالنزول لا الفهم.
You must descend, not comprehend.
إلى حيث يجيب الصمت.
To where the silence answers. A brave hand. I go to the dream world now too. Good night and cozy remaining stream. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Anki.
بالطبع لقد اختفى طريق العودة. ما كان ينبغي لي أن آتي. كانت فاطمة على حق. أنا لا أقوى على فعل هذا.
Wala Fatima was right. I shouldn't have come here. Kixie as well. Alright. Sleep well, you two. Have a good night and a good Thursday tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Rest well, sleep well. And see you soon. Bye bye. I think one of the nicest things is the lighting as well. It like accentuates the color so much. Yeah, so that's Omar Khayyam is the is that our uncle? Maybe? It's basically the character we meet first in the game that introduces us, or basically like when we enter the House of Wisdom, he basically comes to greet us and say, "Hey, welcome, and I knew your father." And I think that's the uncle, but I'm not sure. But also in A lot of Middle Eastern cultures, uncles are just uncles, even if they're not related to you. They're just your uncles. So it might have been something like that. I don't quite remember. But do you have some side facts on that? All right, let's do refraction. No, reflection. There we go. All right, so this is actually the person we're supposed to meet.
أنتِ لقد شيدت هذا الحصن لأمنعك من الدخول ومع ذلك تسللت إلى الداخل. كيف تجرؤين أيتها الدخيلة؟
So this is Hassan ibn al-Haytham. You! I built this fortress to keep you out and still you've wormed your way in. How dare you, trespasser? It's the same on the German countryside. So many uncles and aunts. Yeah.
أنا لست دخيلة.
I...
من الناحية التقنية أظنني كذلك ولكن
I'm not trespassing. Well, technically, I guess I am, but...
صمتم. لقد استوطنت أفكاري طويلا. عقلي وأحلامي كلاهما تسمم بهمساتك. لن أصغي إلى كلمة أخرى.
Silence! You've haunted my thoughts long enough. My mind, my dreams, all poisoned with your whispering. I won't listen to another word.
حظا موفقا في الوصول إلي عبر حصن النور.
Good luck getting to me through my fortress of light. Oh, another challenge? All right. What a palace, man. You have it good here. Okay, very cool. I think we have to do the machine thing first though, so we get a new transmutation going on. Okay, that's magnetic. I can pick up. Ah. All right, so we move that in the way of the wind shaft. And what do we do with this? Okay, another early space tonight because Klausuraufsicht. Oh god. Okay, thank you, Korenchkin, for being here. I hope you get through well through Klausuraufsicht tomorrow. And sleep well, sleep well. All right. Okay. Light comes in, light goes here, light goes... Where does light go? I can't get up there. I need to do something about that, maybe. Can I get in here? No. This seems to be magnetic. It's a little bit of a labyrinth. It seems to me like there is a ball spawnable that we then probably can, yeah, rotate with the magnet to get it. Oh, that's nice. I love that. So they want us to give 3 balls into the machine maybe, so we have to make this one metal first. Oh, this is a cool puzzle. I love this. And I completely failed because it needs to go out in... Oh no, it can go out here. I stop. No. Let's make it clay so it just rolls down. Can I not? Will physics be my friend today? Yes, physics. Yes, you're the best. You're gonna be my BFF, physics. Do your thing, do your game. Thank you. Okay, so we need to be able to okay, this one's too heavy to carry. How do I actually... Okay, we have to drop it into here. What does that do, actually? Alright, okay. So we have one here, which we probably can already use maybe to... Oh, this one's way bigger. I'm missing something here. Okay, let's take that one first and drop it into here. Wait, what? I think I might have confused these two things. Was it not like I had to put it into... Oh, wait. 1 second. With this one we just have to like make it ether so it floats. Where does it end up? Oh, just behind. Cool. Oh, it's glass, it's not ether. Okay. So we have 2 balls, we got them. This one's gonna be difficult to carry. Okay, let's explore the other rooms then first. There's a laser here. We can't use that at the moment. Maybe we need to... Oh, we still... yeah, the problem with that one is I think we have to turn it into glass, and we don't have the glass transmutation yet, which I think we will get from the machine itself, which... Okay, that's a little bit of a chicken egg problem. But let's check out this room first. Maybe it helps. A lot of blocks, a lot of reflective surfaces. Maybe we'll have to light up these. Or actually, this is just the counter and we have to light up these 4 lasers. Okay. Got it, got it. But we need a beam to start with. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be the problem. Because I can't turn this into glass as of now. What if I just... Okay, can we turn this... Oh, wait. Okay. I can turn this to the left. And it goes in front of the thing. Right, this one turns it into glass. That's why it's green. So we have to reset this. Can I reset it? There's another ball waiting, I think. Yeah, we can retrieve it. There we go. Okay. Okay, how do I do this again? Like turn this around without it being affected? No, that's too far. How did I do this before? I turned it into clay, right? Or something. I completely forgot. I did that like 10 minutes ago and I already forgot. God damn it. Oh, okay. I see how it is. Alright. We have to turn the magnet while the thing's not metal. And then we rely on physics, and physics make metal into glass. Everyone knows that, so... There we go. We got it. But also, why didn't the thing work here when I dropped it? What are you telling me, game? This doesn't work yet? I pressed the wrong button. Oh, it works. Oh, you need glass for all of them, right? Maybe that's the thing. Let's do that one first. Yeah, it needs to be glass, I guess. So what I do is I could probably throw it in here. No, wait, it won't be carried. But what I will do is I will take it over there and throw it into the labyrinth and then make it like run through there. Maybe that works. Of course it doesn't. I'm probably overthinking that. Can I just run through here with this? Or even throw through here? There we go. We're getting it done. Slowly, but one by one. Alright, what about this one though? Where did I get this one from again? Wasn't this already glass at some point? Is it? It's probably this one, right? So let's retrieve that. Yeah, it was that one. Let's make this go over here. Slow and steady wins the race. That's usually how I solve puzzles, yeah. It's sometimes, I mean, I really do enjoy puzzle games. I know that I'm not the fastest puzzle gamer, but it's the process, you know. It's the little aha moments that just make you enjoy it so much. Gräfin, welcome in. Dankeschön für den Raid. Welcome Raiders. Hello, hello. Hi Kaya. Hi Prince Rince. Hi Gräfin. Hi Morg. Hello, hello. Hi Meister Typ Kid. Welcome in. Ich hoffe, ihr hattet einen schönen Stream. Danke fürs Rüberkommen. Ich bin gerade ein bisschen am struggeln mit dem Spiel, aber wir strugglen uns durch. Was gab's bei euch heute? Erzählt mal gerne. I will take the opportunity to drink a little bit of water. And also, everybody, please hydrate. Hi, Preva. Welcome in. Welcome in. Low Energy Programm mit Marbles on Stream und Puzzeln. Ah, richtiges Puzzeln, ne? Puzzle zusammen mit der Community. Nice. Ja, ich bin auch nicht so super High Energy, weil die warmen Tage mich schon ganz schön geschlaucht haben. Aber wir puzzeln uns durch dieses wunderschöne Spiel. It's a beautiful game. We also have one of the devs, the art director, in chat, which is cool. So we are basically playing a little puzzle platform, more of a story puzzle game. The House of Hikmah, which is the House of Wisdom. And we play as Maya in the Abbasid area, basically 600 to I think 900 after Christ, in modern day Iraq. Basically the Islamic Golden Age, and we are solving puzzles left and right, meeting interesting characters who are scholars of the time and scientists of the time, and that's also really, really cool. We get to learn a lot of things while solving puzzles and admiring the beautiful art, because it's such a vibe, color-wise and art-wise in the game. That's what we do. Seid ihr genauso? Ja, verstehe ich. It looks nice. It is. But I also got a little bit stuck at some point, so it was very nice to have Michaela here to nudge me in the right direction with a puzzle that we previously couldn't solve. Devs on streams? Yes, Kaya, exactly. It is very beautiful. Ja, fühlt euch herzlich willkommen, Gräfin. Wenn ihr noch ein bisschen mit uns abhängen wollt, freuen wir uns. Aber mach auch gerne deinen Afterstream-Care, falls du noch irgendwie was futtern musst oder nochmal kalt abduschen oder zur Ruhe kommen oder so, ne? As always. Aber ich appreciate den Raid und lass mich dir mal gerne auch nochmal einen Shoutout geben an der Stelle. Ich glaube, it doesn't need much introduction, aber wenn ihr Gräfe noch nicht folgt, folgt auf jeden Fall rein. Einfach auch eine super geile Spielauswahl. Sowieso super, super lieber Mensch, super liebe Streamerin. Aber auch die Puzzle-Games, die da gespielt werden, einfach Chefskiss. Die besten Spiele aller Zeiten wurden dort schon gespielt. Outer Wilds, The Witness, Taiji, Obra Dinn, all these games und anderes. Also schaut da auf jeden Fall mal rein. I'll grab something to eat and chill out with you guys. Nice. Okay, cool. Get yourself something to eat, get yourself a little bit of rest, and enjoy the game with us. Yes, yes. Alright. Fun fact about Haytham. He had an idea to build a dam for the River Nile, and he was invited to do so by the Caliph of Egypt. However, Ibn al-Haytham realized he would not be able to do it with the technology at that time. So, to avoid the wrath of the Caliph and death, he pretended to be insane, which meant he avoided death but was placed under house arrest for 10 years. Wow. Wow. That's a wild historical fact. It's also interesting that he was farsighted enough to understand he was not able to do the thing because the technology was lacking. That's interesting. That seems like a very, very wise and insightful person. So, which is why we have all the soldiers outside his fortress. So they're actually keeping him locked in. He is under house arrest. Wow, that is like super inside info here, because I wouldn't have known that, of course. And I probably wouldn't have guessed it even if I read up on it a little bit. So before we entered the palace, there were like soldiers in front of it. So that explains. Nice. Awesome. Okay, so merci beaucoup for the kind words, of course. Anytime. Alright, so we do... What do we do next? I wanted to actually solve the... Yeah, so we were doing the ball puzzle here. Let me continue with that. I think with this one I have to make it just ether, and then it's fine. So if it's ether, it's lightweight and it floats in the wind. Now it's glass. Now we can pick it up. There we go. Little progress, bit by bit. Throw it in. And we get a new ability. Yes.
القوة بلا فائدة إن لم تكن لديك فكرة عن كيفية تسخيرها.
لا أريد استخدام أي شيء. أريد فقط العودة إلى المنزل.
Yes. Also, we are playing the game with one of the voice options in original Arabic with English subtitles. I try to read everything out, but sometimes the short dialogues are just very fleeting and on the top right, and they're not pausable, so it's hard for me to just read them out, but I try to summarize the gist of that. But with the other dialogues, I'm trying to read them out all the time. So now we have the ability to transmute mystic objects into glass. Dankeschön. Thank you for the nice job. And for the GG. Cool. Now we got the laser coming from... I guess I can mutate this one into... No, this has to stay metal, so it reflects. And this one goes glass, so it refracts, and it refracts over there. Now we can actually do the puzzles here. Ooh, this is gonna be interesting because this allows me to move it, which is already the first puzzle. Nice. I think this is permanent, right? So if I move it back, yep, we only have to like activate them once. Alright, so now we have a choice. I guess we have to work with glass at some point because otherwise we wouldn't have just achieved glass transmutation. So this one's now glass. This one, it appears, doesn't even really touch it, which is weird. Oh, this time it actually makes a difference because this one is... Yeah, we're basically changing the position of impact, I think, which makes it actually translate differently. And then we do... Well, what do we do? We put this into glass again, which makes this go here. And then we make glass again, goes in the middle. Easy enough. Right, I would say probably now make this transparent so it goes here. Yes, this one goes glass. This one too. Oh, that's the wrong direction. That means probably make this metal and then move it. We like to move it. Oh, that was actually nice that I was close by because it's the first time I actually saw how the pattern like lit up from the center. Didn't realize that before. Okay. Where's the third one? On this side. Right. I guess now we probably switch it up completely. Turn this into metal so it goes over there. Make it actually go... Oh. That's interesting. It also works with glass, but it needs to hit a different surface. Okay, there we go. And then... I mean... This one's here for a reason. I don't think I can shoot it down. There's no shooting in the game. So how do I approach that? You also switch to Circuit mode. Alright, well, sleep well. Have a good sleep and lurk. I always wonder why your emojis don't work in chat. But it seems to be not only my chat overlay. It also seems to be another one that doesn't work. Maybe, Vale, if you do remember, let me know which emojis are you using, because one of them seems to be broken and I want to figure that out at some point. Schlaf gut, Nacht, Nacht. I have to close the window because it's actually getting chilly now. Jetzt funkelnde funkelnde Sterne, was Betty immer sagt, ne? Funkelnde Sterne. Fledermaus, funkelnde Sterne. The stars. But I do see stars in some part and then I don't. So I see a crescent moon, then I see a broken image icon, and then I see funkelnde Sterne. So I wonder where the broken image icon comes from, but I have to check later on, I guess. We can debug that off stream. Yeah, maybe it's weird. I always get a little bit paranoid because I think it's my chat overlay because it's self-coded, and yeah, I never write bugs officially. So no, but also the chat tool I'm using from StreamerBot does the same exact mistake. So my assumption is rather that the emoji library that we both are using, which is Tweemoji, which used to be a Twitter thing, probably doesn't support one particular emoji. So yeah, that's weird. The cubes look also cool and spacey. Yeah, this game is about transmutation, so you have to reconfigure the materials of these like surfaces. So you have ether, which is transparent, so everything goes through. You have metal, of course, reflects. You have glass, it refracts. And you have clay, which doesn't do anything with laser beams, but there's also other mechanics. You don't only operate with laser beams. Earlier in the game, we had to do things about weight. For example, metal is heavier than clay. Maybe it sucks. No, it doesn't. But also, yeah, there's different puzzle types that are all dependent on the like consuming the light. Oh, clay. Oh, you mean the clay. Oh, yeah. What's the word? I didn't get that from Suck, but you mean absorb. It does absorb, probably. Let me try, actually. Can I do that? I mean, it is... Yeah, it is already clay. So this is clay. And it absorbs it. Yep. I thought, like, when I hear the word suck, it always is... In my head, it's the negative... connotation. The negative, like, something is shitty. But that's not what you meant. Clay is a good heat insulator. Interesting. Okay, so yeah, what I need to do is actually get that thing down. Yeah, so now we can work with weight. I make this into metal. It actually comes down and reflects at the same time. Now we have this, and this one needs to reflect to the center, so we make it metal. Uh-oh. That's not what I want, though. Maybe it depends on the angle this thing hits. I think it does in a way, but not really. I meant it with a double meaning there. Oh, sorry, that was too high for me. I'm already occupying 80% of my brain, 99% of my brain capacity with the puzzles. The other 1% for reading chat, but not understanding irony is basically part of that equation. Earlier in development, we did have light also heat up objects, but we had to cut that for time. So heating up objects and then that would make them expand, or maybe like break things through heat. The thermodynamics, yeah. I phrased this earlier as I only have 2-second working memory. Yeah, it's a bit similar. I think part of it is the heat, but also like general exhaustion and yeah, these days. It's been a bit of a struggle, but we're trying to still have a good time. 2-second memory. Kind of like that, yeah. What if I do make this into ether and it goes through the wall? That doesn't help. I feel you. Yeah. I think you're going very strong. Thank you. I try my best. Make this glass. Makes it go up. Make this metal. It needs to be metal, right? It needs to be. Make it drop. Ether is pretty. Yeah, I like the way that looks. Okay. Reflect. So apparently this is important. I have to make it go to the center, but let's try again. making this glass just means that goes through here, but maybe we can. Shift the angle a little bit, and I think I've just done it. Yep, there we go. There we go. Cool beans.
علي أن أسلط الضوء عبر الجانب الآخر الآن.
Just need to shine the light across now.
ما كان ينبغي لك أن تتمكني من حل ذلك.
You shouldn't have been able to solve that.
ربما أنت على حق.
You're probably right. So hak means right, like in Turkish, hak. I guess that's a loan word from Arabic into Turkish. Right, so now we do strong. Yes, the puzzle solving is really nice in this game. It kind of requires you to think a little bit about it kind of requires you to geometrically visualize things a little bit. Like you have to be able to understand how reflections work, which I'm not good at, but it's cool. So she said, yeah, we gotta get that light over there, but yeah. Wait, which light? I mean, we already have the light over there. We just have to switch that into metal. Ah, okay, right. You have to get the light on this thing. I see. Is that thing that just got illuminated, like the 4-point counter column, is that also reflective in a way? Does that... Oh, it moved away to make way for something. So... And it's exactly in the line of where it needs to go. But there's nothing here that reflects. Can I oh, I can move this one now. I thought this was limited in its reach. Tamam. We are here. We start from the beginning and make this go to the other side. And it already works. Nice. Imagine being able to sit here right now. Actually, since I'm seeing like the teapot here, I'll make Maya sit down and grab myself one last cup for myself. Be right back in a minute. I was talking to the camera because it wouldn't move. I was like, camera, please. You can't be more tired than me. Yes, you got yourself a chai too. Nice. Another one down. Think outside of the box. Exactly. Is it a metal box, a clay box, or a glass box? You don't know. Just think outside of it. Okay, so. I see. So we have a configuration of 6 cubes on the top. Actually, wait a second. My ears got blocked by my hair. There we go. So we can lower each one of them, but we have to lower them in a fashion that makes the beam go in. But also, I think now we can actually turn this into metal because the door stays open anyway. There we go. All right, interesting. So with this one, I feel it's already glass. If I make this metal, it will just go down. Nothing achieved. That doesn't help. Let's start with this one, because I think this will just move. Wait, hold on, what? Where does this lead to? Alright. I guess this one then. There we go. That was unintentional, but it worked. I was aiming for another one. Are there prisms in the ceiling? Yeah, they're basically... I mean, if you mean these things. They kind of work like prisms in a way that if they're out of glass, they do the refraction. They don't split the light, but yeah. I mean the stars with colored glass or something like that. Oh. This one? These might just be like ceiling windows, maybe. I don't know actually. That leads to the not yet iron block on the other side. Oh yeah. Just beauty. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So that was the first one up here. So we have 2 or 3 more to go. There's one here. If we make this into glass, it will just rise again, which doesn't really help. But what if I... What happened with this one? This one goes like this. Turn it into glass, it will just rise. Okay, I haven't gone up yet. Maybe there's something. Anything up here? No. Wait, there's something over there, and I'm like... I'm not sure if I've seen anything like it before. Shimmering like this. This won't work, but I'll try anyway. Okay, I'm breaking the game. Sorry. I think it's a telescope. I just wonder if I can pick it up. Let me actually make them all metal and use that to jump over there. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Ah. Okay. Wait, I can do it from here, right? Oh, there's no pillar here. Mm-hmm. Interesting. There must be a reason for these pillars though. Otherwise I couldn't jump onto them. It would be gated. Oh! Yeah, it's too high though. Every level has 2 collectibles. Oh. And they probably get filled into these ghost slots in the hub, right? I was wondering what these are because I haven't found any of them yet. I only found pages. And I thought the pages are the collectibles. Ah, I missed collectibles? Now I'm sad. Usually I'm pretty thorough, but I didn't really pay attention here, I guess. Can you make it lighter? I could. If I clay it, if that works. Or glass it. Yeah, of course. Ah, thanks, Robin. There we go. First collectible. There's a collectible and a journal page. That's how you... Okay, so I think I found all the journal pages so far, I would say, but not the collectibles. Interesting. Thief! Put that down. That is irreplaceable. Okay. Let's keep puzzling. This needs to be... Alright, and if we lower that... Where does that go? Yeah, so now we... Yeah, that actually makes sense. Let's lift them up, and then we recharge, or charge that one. Alright, we have 2. The third one is up here, which is kind of weird, because how do I get it up? It must be one of the middle blocks. The light doesn't work this way if we make the first one metal. We already had that. Oh, I didn't see before that actually the top things also do reflect. Did I just slow time in a sense that would be able to charge a thing? I wouldn't expect so, but... Easy solution, just replay everything. That would be nice. Okay, let's be more... Oh wait, there's another one here. That should be... reachable. Oh, you offer a possibility to do that at the end again. That's always nice. I love it when games do that. That's cool. Okay. I have to make it go down. It needs to hit a surface to go down. I guess this one stays up, so it refracts downwards, which probably will happen if I hit it from here. So what we have to be able to do is lower that one with metal, so it goes over here, and lower that one with metal, right? I think we had that. Yeah, that's the problem. What if I... Yeah, but it also needs to reflect back onto this one, but from a height. So this one needs to be up. What does this one do again? Right. Oh, I can also use the ether to make it go through things, which might be helpful, maybe? But it goes up then, okay. So... got the light here, now we have to make it hit up there. And then get reflected. Not like this. What actually happens, like when I stand on it, I don't weigh it down, right? No. So. I think this one's correct. Can I actually change the height of this hitting? Oh. This leads back there. But we can't go there yet, so... So what have we learned so far? Glass refracts, metal reflects. Metal weighs it down, glass it seems doesn't. Das weiß ich auch nicht, Robin. Mist, Korenschkin schon im Bett. Ich glaube, Korenschkin hätte das wahrscheinlich auch nachgucken müssen, vielleicht. Macht es bei Prismen einen Unterschied, aus welchem Material die gemacht sind? Keine Ahnung. Vielleicht weiß das jemand anderes aus dem Chat noch. Okay. Wait, what happened? I don't think I have configured this one before. Well, I did, it appears. But not if I lower this one. What happens? Where does it go? Oh, yeah, it blocks it from the very beginning. Not very helpful. Okay, let's make this go down. Right, let's play around a little bit. So let's make this go down and see what happens. It dies. Let's make this go down, and I think this will probably put it upwards. It does. There we go. I should just try.
ألم ينتهي هذا بعد؟
Is this over yet? No. Apparently not, Maya. Apparently not. Okay, so which configuration didn't we do yet? I think... Yeah, as I just tried, making this go down makes it just go... makes it just stop here. Yeah. Which is basically always, I think there's a limit to the possible configurations because in some of them the light beam just stops in the middle. But also I don't think we have to like make the light beam go this far. So I think this needs to be something else because we also only want to reach that. No. Actually, I said before, in order for the beam to go down here, it needs to pass through this one. Which means it needs to hit from somehow this direction. So then it goes bam, bam, downwards. That is my current theory. The one on the ground is missing. Yeah. Ah, jedes Material hat eigenen Brechungsfaktor. Stimmt. So war das. Da erinnere ich mich ein bisschen dran, ja. So, in order for the ground one to be activated, I think we need to go through this, right? What do you think, chat? It needs to like hit the backside of it, basically here, and then it goes like not reflectively, but refractively. It would go blip and then down. So in order for the beam to come from this side, it must be through this one. Also high up, because it needs to be on the same height. Because this one doesn't have like angles that would reflect it upwards or anything. It's just like straight, orthogonal to the ground. So this needs to be up. So then we can just like trace it from the end. So in order for this one to refract over there, I think it needs to hit the back wall here. Wait. It needs to hit this back wall and then it will go over there. So it needs to come from this angle, which is basically Oh, wait. Maybe I'm mistaken here. We don't have many choices. So if I lower this one, it doesn't help. So this one needs to stay on. So we have to lower that one in order for it to somehow go over there. That already seems wrong. Oh, I could use ether. Yeah. But yeah, ether just makes the thing go up again because it doesn't have weight. But I could make it go through. Oh. No, but it doesn't stay down. Wait, no. Look, the thing is, if I turn this into ether, it doesn't really configure the setup. It just stays. But maybe there's something to it. Like if I make this metal for now, maybe there's a timed component and make this ether. What does ether do? Ether is basically transparent. The light goes just through without being altered. And it doesn't weigh anything. Now you can reach the circle below. Wait, what? Can I? Now I can use the top triangle. Oh, the ceiling ones. Yeah, that's a light platform here. Is that what you mean? Yeah, it's this one, yeah. Oh, I think I found a new configuration, maybe? No, I did that before. The same configuration you used to activate the lamp on the stairs? This one? Okay. I think you can reach that while the one above is ether with a light path from the beginning. Okay, you both mean the same thing. I have to still understand. Wait a second. Give me a second. This one needs to be glass. This one needs to be this. And what you're saying now is don't refract, make it ether. Oh my god, you're so right, chat. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. It's always a little bit of like lack of creativity on my part. I feel I should have figured this out sooner, but that was a good hint, actually, finding that the ether just lets it through, and this, of course, the ceiling reflects it. Yura Peeps, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. I'm sure there would have also been a path that goes through the whole room. Maybe. It's us again. Hi, Anke. Welcome. Thanks for the raid again. I hope you had a nice stream. I saw earlier you played Assassin's Creed Shadows again, right? I hope you had a good time. And hi Fudge, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. No, you are the you are the create and we are the activity. We need each other. Okay. Fair. I feel like I'm a bit behind today. I'm struggling a lot. But in a still like engaging and entertaining way still. Nice. Good to hear. Let me give you a shout out here. Schnappt euch einen Chai, wie immer, ne? Einmal this. There we go. Genau, wie okay, gestern? Ich glaube, gestern war der Raid? Ich glaube, gestern war der Raid. Genau, bei den Juranern und Lauen Pieps gibt es Jura-Programm und Gaming. Immer im Wechsel. Aktuell anscheinend auch viel Assassin's Creed Shadows und wenn ich mich richtig erinnere, des Öfteren auch mal Koop-Sessions mit Dune und Rimworld, soweit ich mich erinnere. Galigrü auch von den Katzen. Nice. Sehr süß. Dankeschön fürs Rüberraiden, wenn ihr das erste Mal hier sein solltet. Ich bin Legüm, willkommen im Cyberspace. Wir streamen hauptsächlich Story Games und Puzzle Games und alles dazwischen. Und ja, machen das immer zweisprachig. Der Default meistens eher Englisch. Ihr könnt aber jederzeit in Deutsch oder auf Englisch schreiben. Im Chat und uns quatschen. Hängt gerne noch ein bisschen mit uns ab, wenn ihr schon After Streamcam machen wollt. Wenn du After Streamcam machen möchtest, Anke, lass dich nicht aufhalten. Wir freuen uns natürlich noch, wenn ihr noch ein bisschen abhängt mit uns. Wir puzzeln uns weiterhin durch dieses Spiel. We're struggling a little bit. I'm struggling and chat is helping out. And we also have the honor of having the art director of the game in the chat, which is very, very cool. So, thanks again for coming over. And we are now approaching Hytham, I think, was it? I think. Something weird going on with the frame rate at the moment. It seems like it's dropping a little bit. Let me give this a check. Oh yeah, the frame rate is tanking. It's down at 40. Interesting. Let's check if it's better after the area. Eben schon im Stream erzählt, was du spielst und dass das Spiel sehr interessant aussieht. Ja, voll. Voll cool, dass du dafür Werbung machst auch. Really, really cool. Sometimes reloading can help. Oh, okay. That's a good thing. So let me maybe save here. So this should be right around this time. Okay, let's do that. That's cool. Let me load that. There we go. I love me my 120 FPS. Awesome. Thanks for the hint. Yeah, it's buttery smooth again. Nice. Actually, like I got used to having a high refresh gaming monitor, and it's really, really awesome. Once you have it, you can't go back. Yeah. Each viewer gets a frame. Kind of, yeah. Wait, are we that many viewers? I don't have the viewer numbers activated, so I never know. We're working on figuring out the memory leaks. I totally, hey, don't you worry, don't apologize for it at all. I totally know what memory leaks are, and I know this stuff is hard to fix. And when you said loading helps, I already, like, in my mind was like, oh, probably memory leak then, so don't you worry about it. Okay, sounds good. I mean, looks good. We are here. Oh yeah, we are here now. So what we can do is turn this thing into turn this thing into glass. No, turn this into transparency. So we get here, and this one needs to be reflective. Goes down. Probably opens this door, right? Yeah. There we go. That scream. Ah! Hassan ibn al-Haytham.
لست من ظننتك. من أنت؟
Ah, you're not who I thought you were. Who are you?
أنا مايا أيها المعلم ابن الهيثم.
I'm Maya. Mu'alim ibn al-Haytham. Oh, so that's his name, yeah. So Mu'alim is teacher, I think.
مايا. لا أعرف أحدا بهذا الاسم.
Maya? Maya? No, I don't know a Maya.
إلا إذا انتظري. هل سبق لي أن قابلت مايا في بلاط الخليفة؟
Unless... Wait. Did I ever meet a Maya at the Caliph's court?
لا، بالتأكيد كنت سأتذكر ذلك، أليس كذلك؟
No. Surely I'd remember that, wouldn't I?
إلا إن كنت قد غيرت اسمك، وهذه خطة انتقام محبوكة.
He's the paranoid type, I guess. Unless you've changed your name and this is some elaborate revenge plot?
لا أنا مايا ابنة عبد الله مايا.
No, I'm Maya, Abdullah's daughter, Maya.
لقد شاركني عبد الله ما احتجت لمعرفته حين زارني، ولا أذكر وجود أي بنات في قصصه.
Abdullah shared what I needed to know when he visited, and I don't recall any daughters in his stories.
على أي حال، فاطمة لن توافق على إرسال الأطفال إلى العوالم المحروسة. لما أنت هنا دون والدك؟
Regardless, Fatima wouldn't approve of sending children into guarded realms. Why are you here without your father?
أيها المعلم، ألا تعلم حقا؟ لقد رحل. أعني لقد توفي في رحلة عودته من الأندلس.
Mu'alim, you really don't know? He's gone. I mean, he died on his trip back from Al-Andalus.
هذا أمر مؤسف. لقد كنت أحبه.
That's unfortunate. I liked him.
كان يحضر الأخبار من الردهة، يتحدث بمصطلحاتي، ولم يتأخر يوما عن تسليم المطلوب. كان رجلا يعتمد عليه.
He brought updates from the atrium, spoke on my terms, never missed a delivery. He was reliable.
أعتذر منك أيها المعلم، إنا لله وإنا إليه راجعون.
She apologizes? Why is she apologizing? I'm sorry, Mu'alim. To God we belong and to him we return.
أيها المعلم، من ظننتني أكون؟
But Mu'alim, who did you think I was?
هوراء، شخص خطير، صوت يتسلل إلى عقلي، يحاول التسلل إلى حصني.
Yeah. So maybe it's not anxiety, maybe it's paranoia or something. The mist that we saw before. Game idea. A game where the goal is to search for memory leaks and you have to be quick before it freezes and the game mechanics plays with artificial low frame rates. You know, that's a really, really cool idea. And I used to have like ideas like this. I had a similar one like ages ago, I don't know, years ago, where I was like, you have to find, like, the game has intentional bugs and you have to make the game crash. And that's basically how you advance levels. So in a similar vein, pretty cool ideas, yeah, for sure. So in your case, you have to be quick. It's a time limit until the memory leak makes the game. But it's hard to predict, I guess, when that happens. But I like experimental game ideas like that for sure. Someone dangerous. A voice that's been slipping into my mind, trying to weasel into my fortress.
كان علي أن أبقى يقظا ضد الظلال والجواسيس والنساء الهامسات والإبل العاضة والمديرات القلقات.
Camels? Okay. I've had to remain vigilant against shadows, against spies, against whispering women, and biting camels, and worried headmistresses.
والدي كان يفهمك، أليس كذلك؟
My father understood you, didn't he?
لم يسبق له أن دخل عالمي دون دعوة. عليك أن تتعلمي فعل الشيء ذاته.
He never entered my realm uninvited. You should learn to do the same.
أنت محق. أنا أعتذر بشدة. المعلمة فاطمة لم ترسلني إلى هنا. في الواقع طلبت مني ألا آتي.
You're right. I'm terribly sorry. Mualima Fatima didn't send me here. She actually told me not to come.
أعتقد أنها كانت محقة في شيء آخر. قد تكون الردهة أكثر أماناً حيث لا توجد ظلال.
I think she was right about something else too. It might be safer in the atrium where there's no shadow.
سأعود إلى هناك وأعتقد أنه يجب عليك القدوم أيضاً.
I'm going to go back there and I think you should come too.
أظن أن بمقدوري الخروج قليلا، ولكن ليس لفترة طويلة، فمن الواضح أن دفاعاتي قد اخترقت.
I suppose I could step outside, but not for long. Clearly my defenses are compromised.
سأراك في الردهة أيها المعلم.
I'll see you in the atrium, Mualim. Alright, we've done this area. Nice. I didn't find a page though, so probably worth revisiting at some point. Oh wait, is there a page on top of this? No, it just looked like it. Interesting. So this is the first area where we didn't find the page. Oh my god, I want a vase like this. Or any form of pottery. This is the first area where we haven't found a page, but instead we found the object. Very cool. And also not cool, because I haven't found both.
أيتها المعلمة فاطمة، كنت على حق. لقد كان الظل هناك أسوأ مما توقعت.
Mualima Fatima, you were right. The shadow was even worse in there.
قد عصيت أوامري المباشرة. هل تدركين ما كان يمكن أن يحدث؟
You defied my direct orders. Do you realize what could have happened?
لم تكن تلك الرمال معدة ليجتازها المرء بمفرده، فقد كان من الممكن أن تضيعي فيها للأبد.
Those sands were not meant to be crossed alone. You could have been lost.
كان يتحرك عبر الصحراء كأنه عاصفة رملية ولم يكف عن اعتراض طريقي.
It moved along the desert like a sandstorm and kept blocking my path.
أكان الظل يتحرك؟
The shadow moved?
لقد سحبني إلى كابوس مظلم. لم أرى حلما كهذا قط.
It
لقد كان بابا.
pulled me into a nightmare. I've never had a dream like that. Baba was...
إذن فإن الفساد ليس خامدا.
Then the corruption is not passive.
هذا الأمر أخطر مما كنت أخشى، فهناك مخطوطة في مكتبتي علي أن أسترجعها فوراً.
This is more dangerous than I feared. There's a text in my library I must retrieve immediately.
وأنت سترافقينني.
And you are coming with me.
هل تريدين مني مساعدتك
You
بعد كل ما فعلته؟
want me to help you after I...
أجل، ففي
Yes.
كل مرة أمرك فيها بالبقاء في مكانك تفعلين العكس، لذا ستكونين تحت ناظري وبجانبي بدلاً من ذلك.
Because every time I tell you to stay still, you do the opposite. So you will stay close instead.
ابن سينا، حراسة الباب مسؤوليتك، لا تدع أحداً يقترب منه حتى عودتي.
Ibn Sina, stand guard at the door. No one approaches it until I return.
سأفعل يا فاطمة، لكن لا تنسي حديثنا. لا يمكننا تجنب الغوص مباشرة في قلب هذه الفوضى العارمة.
I will, Fatima, but don't forget our conversation. We cannot avoid diving straight into the beating heart of this mess.
وهذا هو السبب تحديداً الذي يجب علينا التأني والحذر.
That's precisely why we must be deliberate.
هلمي يا بنياتي ورفيقي خطاي.
Come, child, walk with me. The architecture is interesting, very decorated, but only using abstract forms and patterns. There are no depictions of animals or humans, even depictions of plants seems to be rare. I think there's a thing about geometrical patterns in generally Middle Eastern and Arabic architecture, which I don't know where it comes from, but it is very specific, like patterns everywhere. Patterns, geometric patterns. But I don't know much about the rest. Okay, so maybe we'll end stream soon because I probably won't be able to do another complete area for today.
عمو
Amo,
مايا إنك ترتجفين.
Maya,
ماذا
you're
حدث؟
shaking. What happened?
لقد كنت في حلمي ولكن المعلمة فاطمة بانتظاري لا يسعني الحديث عن الأمر الآن.
You were in my dream, but I can't talk about it now. Okay, why? Right. So can I see the telescope actually? Where we... It must be in front of this. Yeah, there it is. I think I saw it just now and I ignored it. There we go. So that's the telescope we found. And apparently this would have been... Yeah, this would have been the page. So I guess with the other ones... There's the page. And there's the thing that I missed. Oh no. There's the page and there's the thing that I missed. But anyway. Depicting people was not allowed. Oh yeah, that is another fact that I forgot about. I didn't know there was a thing in architecture as well, but generally the depiction of saints is a thing that is, for example, forbidden in Islamic religion. Of course, also the depiction of God itself. Forbidden. Wow, this looks incredible. The layers of like things coming from the ceiling, and then you have the lighting and how it like reflects off of it. Damn, that ceiling, I want that at home. I would be lying underneath it all day. Just chilling. Beautiful. All right. Do you want me to go in there? Seems like it. Unless... Oh, this is closed. All right. All right, let's speak to her and see what this is about. Ooh, the big library. The endless library. Infinite.
خشيت أن يتسرب الأمر إلى هنا أيضاً، لكن ليس بهذه القوة. لم تكن مكتبتي معدة أبداً لاستقبال هذه الفوضى.
I feared it might seep even here, but not in such force. My library was never meant for chaos.
سيتعين علينا إيجاد طريق بديل.
We need to find an alternate route.
إذن ما هو هذا الكتاب الذي نبحث عنه؟
So, what is this book we're looking for?
إنما أخبرتني به عن عالم ابن الهيثم يقلقني بشدة. حركة الظل والحلم.
What you told me of Ibn al-Haytham's realm concerns me deeply. Shadow's movement, the dream.
ربما يرتبط الأمر بسجل أحد العلماء الذين وضعوا خرائط لأعمق طبقات العالم ذات يوم.
It may be connected to the record of a scholar who once charted the realm's deepest layers.
وهل تحتاجين مساعدتي لإحضاره؟
And you need my help to fetch it?
أحتاج لأكثر من ذلك. لقد أثبتت قدرتك على تحمل لمسة الظل رغم تهورك المعهود.
I need more than that. You've proven you can endure Shadow's touch, reckless though you've been.
إن كنت تصرين على كسر القواعد فستفعلين ذلك تحت إشرافي.
If you insist on breaking the rules, then you will do so under my guidance.
إن كنت أنت أنت من يوجهني، فهذا لا يعد كسرا للقواعد تماما، أليس كذلك؟
If you're guiding me, it's not exactly breaking the rules, is it?
أظن أن هذا يجعلنا شريكتي بحث، زميلتين.
Guess that makes us research partners, colleagues.
سميه ما شئت. والآن هلمي بنا.
Call it what you like. Now come.
تلك الأداة التي تملكينها يمكنها استدعاء رفوف الكتب التي أنشدها. ستقومين أنت بالتسلق وسأتبعك أنا.
That device of yours can summon the bookshelves I seek. You'll climb and I will follow. Alright. Let me put a lid on the thing maybe in about 7 minutes. You have the voice of a DM for D&D. I actually never played D&D. I also never made a DM kind of role, but I think I remember back when we used to play some like certain campaign-based board games. I sometimes like put up voices, but I don't do that on stream too much. Like even more extreme versions and stuff. She also has a nice place here. I mean, it just looks so cozy. I want to sit here all day.
تحركي بحذر. قد لا يخترق الظل جلدك، لكنه قادر على تفتيت الروابط التي تحفظ تماسكك.
Step with care. Okay. No.
كما رأيت في عالم ابن حيان، من الصعب تحقيق التوازن في ميزان ذي كفة واحدة.
Was she trying to help me? Okay, there we go. The scales. Yeah, she talked about the scale. It's different to like scale out things and okay, that makes the thing move to the left. I guess we can also make it move to the right. And the right seems more like progress because we can actually make something pass through there, make it glass. No? Oh, make this even heavier. Did that work? Seems like it's too much on the right now. Make it glass? That seems to have worked. I don't know where it landed, but is it over there? Let's see. Oopsie. Okay. I think I have to move it a bit, probably to the left. Make this metal so it goes very far. We just jump through it, take it with us. Okay. So do we have to balance the scale so it works? I guess so. Make this into glass. Put that thing in here. glass and glass. I'm heading off. Thanks again for playing our game. Thanks again for sticking around through my struggles, Michaela, and thank you so much for making such a beautiful game, and also like being here and supporting. I really appreciate you being here, and I hope to see more games from all of you in the future. It would be very nice. And in general, if you are looking for people to stream your games, puzzly games, these kinds of games, that's what we vibe with. So always hit us up. We have tons of people in the community that are also interested always to maybe play tests and stuff like that. So thanks for being here again, and have a good time zone and sleep well if it's night. All right. So I think I said, oh, I wanted to play 7 minutes and it somehow turned into 15. Yeah, I think I should stop now at this point. Will do always love playtesters and game folks? Hell yeah, that sounds good. See you around, and thanks for being here. All right, I think let's call it here because I'm also getting tired. The days are being long and so much to do and stuff. So I'm actually kind of sad that we haven't finished it today, because it kind of shifts my plan a little bit, but I'm also glad that we haven't finished it, because that makes me a little bit happy that we still have a little bit more to go. Yeah, I will think about tomorrow and what we will do. Actually, I want to get back to Silksong as well, so maybe I will maybe I'll continue this one on the weekend. Let's see. I don't know yet, because I want to get back to Silksong as well. As I said, I think I start repeating myself, which is always a sign that I should stop stream soon. But I always wonder about huge libraries in games. What's the worth of a library if there are no people reading books and extracting the stored knowledge? They always seem to be empty when they should be packed with people and scholars. I don't actually know how back in the day the big libraries worked and if they were actually packed. I think for that we would probably have to ask like historians. But I think another part is that games don't depict them necessarily in like the most realistic way. I mean, what I can say that in Assassin's Creed Mirage, for example, the House of Hikmah was actually more crowded. Of course, they also put a limit on it because it wasn't too big. The house, I mean, I guess it was bigger back in the day, but in the game, it's not like super huge. And there are maybe, I don't know, like 20 to 30 people wandering around, but I guess that's also a limit of like game engines and stuff. But I also don't know how it actually looked like. But I assume at some point, I assume that they would have to have like a certain order and non-crowdedness maybe to like preserve the books better, because I guess the more people, the more decay. I don't know. Okay, so sorry for bumping into the mic. Yeah, I mean, books were like one of a kind, right? You wouldn't have before the printing press, copies of a book were a huge undertaking. Like someone would have to like copy it manually. Like scribes would have to do that usually. So each book was basically unique and super valuable. In that sense, it's also like an incredible shame how Romans and Mongols, like when they were invading places, how they burned libraries down. It's basically like they were erasing, like in today's day and age, if you would erase like 80% of online servers and the internet knowledge, or even more than that, because you would have to like go into libraries and destroy like 80% of the libraries of the world or something. I don't know how much it accounted for back in the day, but when the Romans destroyed the library of Alexandria, that was like, it's so much knowledge got lost. And yeah, there was no, I guess there was only limited redundancy with knowledge in that time, you know. But yeah, again, not a historian. I don't know much about these things. I always find them interesting. I actually don't know. All right, then let's check out if we can find a raid goal. All right, I think we'll try to raid over to Le Piot if they're still online. Yes. They're currently playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Very immersive, I guess Middle Ages simulation. I think you play as a wannabe knight in those times. Very entertaining to watch Le Piot play this because there's always some clumsy shit happening all the time and it's just like super weird and funny. So let's raid over there. All right, peeps. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Enjoying the game today. Tomorrow, earlier stream will start at 6:30 Berlin time, so we can start watching at 7 Berlin time the Thinky Direct showcase, which probably takes about an hour, and then afterwards I'll jump into some Silk Song. And yeah, let's keep it flexible. Maybe we'll also go into House of Hikmah, but I'll decide tomorrow. Have a good night. Sleep well. Thanks for the raids. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for puzzling. Thanks for being here. I'll see you all tomorrow. Gute Nacht, Robin. Gute Nacht, everyone. Free Palestine. And bye.